If you're feeling lost, this video is for you. Welcome to another episode of the series, Questions for Arian. Can you talk about feeling lost in life, not finding your purpose and passion? Yes. There's two main things I want to talk about here. Firstly, the stage of feeling lost. I always describe it as 3 stages. You got stage 1, 2, and 3. Now, stage 3 is to be the most authentic you. This is the actual goal of this journey. It's not to be enlightened. It's to be the most authentic you, because you're here to experience anything that you want, to create any life that you want to create. Everything is the self. So your goal is to be the most authentic you. Now, stage 1 is when you're still in reactive mode. You're still reacting to the environment, to the situation, to the emotions, to the thoughts. Now, by reacting to these things doesn't necessarily mean you're doing anything wrong or bad. These are just stages and steps that people go through. Now, the step in the middle is when you're starting to become self-aware. You're becoming aware that you are in unconscious programming, that you are doing things that you don't actually necessarily want to do or like, and that you're doing a lot of things based on fear. And being in these unconscious programmings, you don't actually know what you like. You're living life making decisions based on fear. So my journey is to figure out what I actually like, what I actually want, who I actually am, to become the most authentic me. So I need to find myself. This is step 2, finding yourself. Now, if you are finding yourself, then that means you're not necessarily the most authentic you can be yet. And this is okay. This is normal. This is part of your journey. This is what gives you a lot of the lessons that you're actually here to experience. Now, if you're becoming the most authentic you're finding yourself, that means you're in a place where you've not necessarily found yourself yet, which is why you feel lost. This means feeling lost is step 2. It's actually a progression from the first step, which is living in reactive mode. So by feeling lost, just know that you're actually progressing. The progression will take you to a place where you feel lost because you're like, oh, I don't even know if I'm doing this thing because I want to do it or if I'm doing it in order to gain acceptance from people. The experiences we've had in our lives take us to places of learning that status is important. So I need to go towards these things to raise my status. Or maybe the job that we're doing, I'm doing it so I can get acceptance from the people around me because they think I should do it, even though I don't actually want to do this. Which leads me to the next point, your purpose and passion. It's very, very normal if you don't know what your purpose and passion is. That's okay. That doesn't mean that is completely gone and you will never find it. Again, this is part of your journey. To become the most authentic you is to learn what you authentically enjoy and like. What is your passion? Now, we've gone through many experiences in our lives that have taught us that we have to be a certain way in order to be accepted. We have to do certain things in order for the people around us to be okay with what we're doing. This is the time we live in. What we do is we learn to reject the parts of ourselves that are the most authentic us. So if a part of ourselves really enjoys painting and we were like, okay, I'm going to go towards a career where I paint, and the people around us were like, no, you're not going to make any money from that. You can't do that. Okay, so that's not acceptable by people. Okay, I'm going to go into poetry. No, you can't do that. There's no value in that and you can't make any money from it. Okay, so I'm going to be a singer. Oh, you'll never make it. It's not worth it. You need to find yourself a proper job that's going to pay you proper money. So what you're doing is every time you express your truth, your passion, what you like, you're being met with rejection. So as a way to maintain connection with the people around you, you learn to reject these parts of yourself. And you get to a place where you've rejected them so much and you're living in fear in terms of, I need to do something that I am accepted for. So this is why I'm an accountant. This is why I do the job that I do, because everyone sees that as the smart idea. So now I've completely forgotten who I am and I don't even know what I like. Step 1. Living in reactive mode. On this journey of healing, you start to recognize the difference between, is this what I want, or is this based on a fear-based belief that I have to do it in order to be accepted? You start to learn how to practice self-love and self-acceptance. On your journey, you will get to a place where you're comfortable going towards the decisions that you make about yourself, how you live, where you're going towards, regardless if anyone else likes it or not, regardless if everyone agrees with it or not. Now, my best bit of advice on things like this is to try many things. Try them as like the first time you're trying them. Try to remember what you enjoyed doing as a child and do that thing. Do the thing that brings you joy, whatever it is. If it's playing a sport, then do that as well. But you're not doing it in order to become a professional in the sport. You're doing it because it brings you joy. Get used to being in the habit of doing things that bring you joy. There's a way your higher self communicates with you, and it's through your passion. In order to get to my purpose, I need to follow my passion, but I need to find out out what my passion is. This is part of your healing journey. If you're not at a place where you don't understand your passion right now, that doesn't mean it's completely gone and you'll never get to it. This is a super challenging journey, I know it is, but it doesn't mean you don't have everything that you already need in order to be able to get to the place where you want to get to, in order to be able to get to your true happiness, your true peace. Keep going. You're doing great.